No, put that down, go inside. Sorry, guys, I got a 5-year-old in the workshop. Benny, go inside, it's cold. Okay. Inside, boy. Yeah, welcome, everyone. So this is just the quick sign-off for the build-off that starts tomorrow. As some of you know, as others might not know, there's a Bowie build-off, 48-hour build-off that we're going to be doing. Starts tomorrow at 12 o'clock local time. Wherever you are in the world, tomorrow 12 o'clock p.m. That's when it starts.
Yeah, to Sunday 12 o'clock.
Yeah, until Sunday 12 o'clock. Middle of the day 12 o'clock, not middle of the night 12 o'clock. So we just wanted to wish the guys all the best. Jean is with me right now. I'm expecting a couple of others. I'm sure Michael will join.
Maybe.
Yeah. So some, other guys will likely join. Jean wanted to just send a couple of words. He's one of the guys one of the youngsters that did theirs last weekend, the previous weekend.
Yeah.
And they had a fantastic build-off. If we have anything nearly as good, it's going to be great. So, Jean, I'm going to hand over to you quickly so that you can chat to the guys.
Okay.
All right, there you go.
So guys, good luck for the build-off. I really enjoyed the build-off, and I learned a lot, and hopefully all of you guys will learn a lot. And if you, especially the second day if it gets to dawn, the pressure really kicks in, and then the guys are getting tired and they make stupid mistake. I made stupid mistake, but the lesson that I learned that hopefully will help you guys is after heat treatment, and you don't want to final grind your knife then. Final grind your knife a bit later. So what I found is what would work for me is to make the recast the final thickness and get that done, and then work on the handle. Get the handle finished and ready, and then you can work on the blade, because the blade is really the base of everything. Everybody knows hopefully how to make an awesome blade, but the handle is the tricky part of this challenge. So that is my advice for you guys. So good luck, guys, and I wish you all the best. Unfortunately, I cannot look tomorrow the updates that you guys are going to be sending in because I am at school, unfortunately. But all the best, guys, and hope you guys will do well. So, Jock, over to you, man.
Cool, awesome, well done. No, I fully agree with what you're saying. Let me just change the screen. There we go. I fully agree with what you're saying. I think get the profile of the knife ready. Get the ricasso to the thickness you want. Make sure your tang is as it should be, etc. Then you can start working on the back end, which is usually the one that scratches your head the most.
Yes. Because it's late afternoon when it gets dark. All the little mistakes you made, it drives you crazy. And you get frustrated and you want to throw stuff, and it's just a bugger.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I completely agree.
Get the handle done. Get that out of the way, and then work on the blade, because everybody knows how to make a blade. The blade, generally, the blade should and is the easier part, unless you've really gone for a complete, strange, intricate design, but I agree. Obviously.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Normally, you want to clean up your ricasso after heat treat first, because you don't want to grind in your final grind and then clean up your ricasso, because then you can risk of ruining that run out. So you wanted to clean up the ricasso. So when the ricasso is cleaned up, work on the guard and get the handle done. As soon as possible. And then when the handle is done, then you can do finish work in the evenings. You can do hand polishing and do the final touches and stuff.
No, agreed. Fully agreed. That's sort of that last Bowie that I built. Unfortunately, it's not here. It's gone to the sheath maker, but I did exactly that. So I did the knife. I got the basic shape. I was quite happy, but it wasn't the final grind back here. But I did the ricasso in the back end exactly as it should be. So I could start working on the elements that I know usually gets my head scratching more, you know. So I could spend just that little bit more time on the guard, and as you saw, it was a Damascus guard, so I really didn't want to screw it up, you know.
Yeah.
And then the handle as well. Usually, I that's the one part of my knives I'm often just a little overly not critical. I feel a bit like about with my knives, because you know the blade will come out beautiful, and the handle I'll look and it's nice, it's good, but it's not great. You know?
Yeah.
So I did it the other way around now, the way you've just described, and it turned out great. And I'm happy with that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and look, to me, the handle's almost more important than the blade. If a knife isn't comfortable in the hand, you can have an awesome blade and it can perform anything immensely. But if the handle is not comfortable in the hand, why do we have an awesome knife then? So a knife has two components, and the handle component to me is almost more important than the blade itself.
Yeah.
Because if you have a nice pointy stick on it, but a handle that is going to bite into your hand, what is the use? So I always really want to take extra time with my handles, get the indexing correct, get the polishing correct, and get that awesome. And alignment also. That is the one thing that screwed me on the Bowie builders, the alignment, because I did a 310. That screwed me around.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's great advice, and I agree. I agree with you, and thanks for that advice. I think that's going to help a lot of people to relook their strategy now quickly and say, okay, maybe they don't follow it 100%, but it gets them to rethink their timing strategy. You know?
Yeah. Because time management in this competition is what makes and breaks it. Great knife.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree.
That part of, are you going to rush to finish, or are you going to be comfortable to finish and have an awesome knife? That is the elements on it.
Yeah.
Because if you have a lacquer grinder, yet to final grinder knife is no problem. Because you don't have to hand polish it. It's another thing. You can grind it to a 600 grit if you have one, or maybe just a 320. Like the clip on my 48-hour dagger, I didn't have enough time to
polish.
Hand polish it. That was ground to a 320, and then just hand polish the blade to a 400. I didn't even have enough time to go to 1,000.
Yeah.
And then I actually finish on it. Looked actually really nice.
Look, I mean, I've been watching a lot of Jason Knight clips. As you know, Jason Knight was one of the judges on Forged in Fire at one stage.
Forged in Fire.
And a lot of his knives, I was watching it last night while I was waiting for the shuttle to that shuttle to send off that satellite at 3 a.m. But he grinds a lot of his knives to 220, but he does it evenly, and so evenly that some people look at it and they think, oh, 600, you know. I agree with him. If you can still do it to a lower grit, but if you do it correctly, you'll get away with it. Not get away with it, but it'll be decent. It'll be good, you know.
Yeah, don't have any grinder bites on it, or J hooks and
exactly,
ugly stuff like that.
Yeah. Me, I usually go maximum. I'll go is 800, you know, and I stand by it. No, by hand afterwards.
On a belt or hand polish?
No, on the belt. On a belt, I'll usually do 180 and maybe 320. Then I'll start 220, 400, 800 on it by hand. But again, if you do it evenly and you do it correctly, sometimes I've got to go back. You know, if there's some marks I can't get out, I'll go back to 100 by hand and get rid of it. You know.
Yeah. But I bought myself some gator belts just for hollow grinding, and what an awesome belt. I ground it to I must think of the belt equivalent to a 400, and then I wanted to buy more a higher grit, but unfortunately Stefan Dietrich didn't have in stock, because with the lockdown and stuff he couldn't get in. So to polish that out with a 400 didn't work as well. But when I got back to a 220, I polished it because first you want to polish at an angle, but when I polished it at an angle, marks went away like that, and I ran through the grits, and it almost took me half the time to hand polish that knife with the gator belt. So that stuff is awesome. But the equivalent to the 400 with that big fighting bowie knives with the D-lam on it, when I did the front part of the clip, I cut the belt. So that was a really sad
I've done that a few times, but luckily not on a gator belt. So did you get slapped by the gator?
Gator belt, and I freaking cut it with
oh no! Yeah, I tried to buy a few as well, but by then Stefan didn't have any left either. So because I wanted to try them. I've heard so much about them. I've used the Trizact belts, the standard ones,
especially with hollow grinds. They have a beautiful finish.
That's interesting. Cool, man. Lekker. All right. Andre Dutoy asks how many guys are taking part. Last I counted, there were about 28.
Sure, that's a lot.
Yeah. There were at least 28 or so last I counted. So it should be, maybe some will be busy at the last minute, maybe more come in, but I reckon anywhere between 25 and 30 is where we're going to be sitting. Does this story start tomorrow? Facebook user. Yep, tomorrow, 12 o'clock, wherever you are in the world.
When I am at school.
What's up? Sorry, 5-year-old interruption. Yeah?
That big thing.
What thing?
That's up in the attic. I was gonna draw the whole world.
No, mommy's calling you, baby.
None of my pictures fitted the whole world.
Okay, we can talk about it tomorrow. But right now, you've got to go back to bed. Okay. Now leave that, yeah? Don't take my stuff. Off you go. Go. Off to bed. No, Ben, put my hammer down. Yes. Benjamin, put it down. Off you go. Come. I can hear Mommy calling you. Ben, put it down. No, now he's taking everything. This happens within 5 minutes of him falling asleep. He goes before. Ben, must I start counting? And then there'll be no iPad for a week. 1. That works. Sorry, Facebook. Go.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's usually the last 30 seconds before he falls asleep. And then he goes, like now, as he walks, he tries to take everything just to get a reaction from Dad, But yeah. There's a StreamYard pass-through. Well, what does that mean? Fix your StreamYard pass-through. Not too sure.
Maybe you want to log in and chat with us. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm going to put up the thingy on the screen. Hold on a second. There. Let's show it. There. So that's the code for you to go through. And then we've got Michelle. How are you, my friend? All we can see is your cigarette and the end of your fingers.
Very well, yourself?
Very good, lekker. Welcome.
How are you?
I'm a bit late because
are you
I
ready
was
for
eating.
tomorrow?
Yeah, I ate quick, and then I came
I'm
out.
always ready. Don't ask a stupid question, man.
Born ready. Yes, I love it.
Okay, so that the Facebook... No, you must just register. You register with StreamYard and you give them access to, what is it, your picture and your profile or some picture and your name or something like that. Yeah. All right, lekker. Otherwise, Michelle?
It's not that difficult, but some people do have ID 10T problems.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. It's probably Anthony again.
You should know better by now.
Yeah, but he forgot his Facebook password anyway, so he can't register. Anthony, try the word password.
Anthony, ek lyk nie soos 'n alien, ek is 'n alien.
Yeah, these guys are cheeky. Yeah, so I had some fun.
Hy gaan nou vir ET bel.
I don't know if you guys will see. Let me put it on solo quick.
I saw it.
Yeah, my first W attempt, and then I did a ladder pattern. This is very rough ground. I did a 36 and then a 60 grind. Yeah, you can kind of see it. But I'm really chuffed with how it's come out. I'm very, very happy. I'm very happy that so far I don't see any D-lambs. It looks pretty good at this stage.
Awesome.
Yeah. And it's nice and thick. It's 7.1 mils here at the Ricasso.
Right.
And it's 7.1 mils on this side as well. The edge right now, it's between 2.5. I went a bit skinnier for some reason, but otherwise, yeah, it's 3 mils and here it's 2.5. But yeah, I've got to put it back in the forge, just straighten it properly.
No, so it must be heat treated.
Yeah, it still has to be heat treated. I've still got to put it back in the forge. I got a thermocycle and all of that as well. But I just had to see. I had to see what it was going to look like, you know. A new way for me of making.
Yeah, that's a nice thing of Damascus.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah. So yeah, I had a guy who wanted a camp chopping knife, made out of Damascus. So all I did was use a 60. Yeah, 40-20 conversion or ratio between 5160 and 15N20. So it's sitting at 0.69% carbon, which I think will be perfect for it.
Yeah.
Make it nice and hard.
Yeah. This is going to be a lacquer blade, and it's nice and heavy in your hand. I like it. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a lacquer knife.
Yeah.
That belly is also cool.
Yeah, it came out lacquer.
I like to be heavy, and that's why I don't like Bowies. Because of the full flat grind, you grind away more than half of the weight of the steel.
Yeah, you do. Look, you do. But the Bowie, let's face it, was a fighting knife, so it had to be light on the end and very quick, you know. So that tip, I mean, Jean, you saw it. They must have done the same demo for you on the 2-week course, where they do that demo with a sharpened clip and they go up through the paper and that. You know, I mean, that thing was deadly.
Yeah, because the clip is designed for the fighting style. When you come back with it, it hooks the guy in the keel van sny sy slaghaar af. Dit's 'n ongemaklike saak.
Ja.
Maar
Hey Rhino, hoekom speel jy nie saamhoor nie?
Yeah, Reno's actually been doing well. Have you seen? He's hammered out his first hammer and that. It's looking good.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah.
He finally got his steel?
Yeah. My StreamYard Facebook user, my StreamYard is actually linked with Facebook because right now it's talking to the group, it's talking to my Facebook page, so it is linked, enabled to with Facebook. And no one else has had an issue.
I tried to convince a couple of the young oaks that didn't compete or want to compete again in the bow and half to compete again. Christopher convinced me. Hopefully he is going to compete tomorrow.
Okay.
That will be awesome for a second time. So, no, I'm at school. That's why I did mine last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all have our problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pulled
But yeah, we're
muscle
still
in
full of
my right shoulder this morning, so it's going to be fun tomorrow.
Yeah.
Luckily you don't have to forge.
Yeah, very lucky, because I can hardly move my right shoulder.
Really?
So that grinding is going to be a bitch.
Yeah.
So you might be about 6 minutes slower than usual.
Yeah, more or less, yeah. I will still finish about an hour before you guys.
Yeah, you'll only finish an hour before us this time.
Yeah. Well, in spite of that, I ground 9 blades today. So yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, after
doing
this
too badly.
after this Bowie build off,
school is still closed, man.
I've got to finish. Yeah.
There's a comment, school are still closed. Yeah, man, luckily I'm in a private school, so my school is open just for the matrics and grade 7. So
Yeah.
I'm back at school. I know the government schools are going back next week. So luckily I am back at school. And unluckily not, I am back at school. But, yeah, luckily my school had an online teaching platform. So we are not as behind with our work as some of the other schools.
Yeah.
And that is awesome. And what my school is doing now, we have 3 periods a day with 2 hours per period. So we get a lot of work done in that period. So that is awesome. And they're not giving that much homework, so there's really...
My wife only has one son.
So, yeah.
So, what, she only grafts for 7 days in the month? Is that what you're saying? You're going to get in trouble.
I'm always in trouble, so...
Yeah. I was saying to Michelle, I'm glad I'm certainly not in matric this year with all this crap that's happening. I mean, imagine having now, as you say, Jean, you're still lucky because you had you were able to keep up to some degree with the work. But imagine having 3 months of your year just fucking taken out. And this is not over, guys. This is not over, because what's going to happen is we're going to get level 3, we're going to get to 2, and then this thing's going to spike, and they're going to shut it down again. You know?
Yep. That's what's
I don't know if they cannot shut it down. Would the economy hold another lockdown?
Yeah, I don't know, hey?
We don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
But I'm so hot of these guessing games.
Yeah.
No, I will tell you, John, the economy cannot handle this because we are in the tourism business, and at the moment of the small companies, and the big companies are also struggling already, but the small companies, more than 33% already went bust.
Yeah.
Within 2 months.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, and look, for example, the magazine industry, some giants, some Caxtons and all these massive publishers, well, they've shut down. Boom. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, the economy can't handle another shutdown.
Yeah.
They have to continue with the decreasing of the levels.
Yeah.
And,
look, the biggest issue is the rush on the biggest issue will be the rush on the emergency medical, the emergency medical network. That's going to be the biggest issue.
I feel very sorry for the people that are going to be left behind, but a lot of people are going to die.
Yeah.
And I don't care what all those idiots say that COVID doesn't exist and blah, 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 blah. Look at Europe.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Look at Europe and the States.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been following. I've got my son that's sitting in there. He's sitting in Utrecht in the Netherlands. So obviously, I've been following the Netherlands, and they're quite cautious in their approach. They've had a relatively strict social distancing and somewhat shut down. People were still able to move to a degree, but if you look at their numbers, it's climbed. It hasn't skyrocketed like the rest of Europe, but it's climbed, and that's scary. It really is.
Well, exactly. And if you look at a country like, for instance, Sweden, I can remember a few weeks ago there were how do you call it? Things in the media of Sweden is doing so well, blah 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 blah, because they don't have a lockdown at all. Eh?
Yeah.
Hey, they got a death rate of 12% at the moment.
Yeah. That's the thing. That's people aren't looking at the whole truth. They're just looking at what they want to see to support their argument.
Yeah.
Exactly. Bingo. There you got it.
But the one thing is, it's amazing that other than seeing the people of South Africa which respect this whole kind of thing. And if you look outside, everybody's wearing masks. Everybody is social distancing. So that already in itself is a plus point for us. But still, there is going to be a massive incline, but it's how we're going to deal with it. But
look,
I think the chances of you getting it are really, really good. And the fact
the only reason because everybody is wearing a mask here, John, is because it is enforced. And that's the only reason. Otherwise, more than half the people won't wear that thing.
Yeah.
It's an irritating bloody thing. I must go wear a mask.
No, I like it because I like going to the bank like this. I enjoy going to the bank like this. You know. Yeah. Just think about it. 6 months ago, if you wore this with a beanie on to go to the never mind that it was summer, but to go to the bank, they wouldn't allow you in. Now it's the opposite. They're saying, "Hey, you got to look like a freaking criminal." You know. Now you can come in. You know. Anyway, I think let's talk about knives again because I'm not putting up some of the comments. Some of the comments.
Can't see the comments.
No, I'm not putting them up. So some of them I'm just saying no, stay invisible. But I'm looking forward to this. You know, it's actually lekker because every knife that I do, I'm learning a new thing. Like what you were saying earlier, Jean, is focus on the back end more, and then you can, you know, your last few hours, the hours when you're a bit more tired, you focus on the easier side, the front end, and I agree with it. I think that's more or less what I did, or not 100% that way, but it was about 80% what I did on the last Bowie, and it really helped me. I'm very, very happy with the turnout of that knife. And I think
I wish I did that on my build off,
but you know what, Jean? So frankly, you should be able to build. If everybody else is doing 48 hours with the level you're at now, let's face it, you can do it in 30 hours.
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah, there you go. So I'm putting a challenge. We'll see you join us on Friday night.
We shall see. If I don't have any test next week that I have to sleep or homework that I have to do over the weekends, for sure I will do it with great pleasure, but I don't know what the school is going to do.
Yeah.
So it's a really, really tough.
I am 95% sure that you are going to compete. Same as with the dagger challenge, you wouldn't.
95.
Wouldn't go to compete. Yeah, 95% sure that you are going to tomorrow.
Yeah, I think we're going to see Jean joining us. Watch. I think, you know.
Yeah. We shall see that. I cannot promise anything.
There you go. Someone said proper execution can do it in 14 hours.
Yeah, remember the 6 P's.
What is the 6 P?
Product, place.
Not the 6 P. Jeez, teenagers.
Yeah, no, the 6. Okay.
Proper planning prevents piss poor performance.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. Jean must remember we only get up at 7. And then others are saying drop point hunters take 10 hours. Well, actually, it's kind of true. Never mind that it took me 3 hours just to make the Damascus, but frankly, grinding this thing was quick, you know. So let's face it.
If you have a lack of belt grinder, a big knife like that is no problem.
Yeah.
I'm going to start off with 24 grit tomorrow, so that's going to be nice.
Don't rub your knuckles on that, eh? Yeah, don't rub your knuckles on that because your shoulder will be the least of your worries.
I know.
Or you'll rip your whole arm off up to your shoulder.
Tomorrow. I'm going to I'm planning on doing something totally different. You'll see tomorrow.
Okay, very
and
cool.
It will be a wonder if I finish on time.
Okay, cool. Lekker. That's good. Lekker. Good stuff. Yeah. All right. I think that's it, guys. Thanks so much for joining.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Jean,
Yeah, guys, good luck for tomorrow. Hopefully, I can see you.
Yeah, you will.
Yes.
You'll join us.
We'll see
I
you
have a
guys
feeling
tomorrow
you'll
at,
join us.
12.
In fact, I'm pretty sure you'll join us. You know, you'll come with maybe a simpler design, a basic-ish design, at least for you. I mean,
Yeah, of
fuck,
course.
come on. Yeah,
10-hour design.
Yeah, I wish I could.
yeah. He's gonna hang up now, and he's gonna work out. Okay, let's work to this out. I've got. Let me screw everyone. We're gonna do a 9-hour design.
Lei my nie bederf het. You know what? Every time I go on airplane mode, in class, but hear me out. I go into airplane, I sit in class and I hear the teacher, and then I just start singing about knives and the challenge and everything. And then the worst part is, then she asked me, John, what did I just told you? It's you. And I said, excuse me, bro.
Jean, that'll carry on for your whole life, because one day it'll be with your wife and you'll say, excuse me, fee.
Sorry, my scar.
Yeah, there you go. So get used to that. It's going to happen a lot. You're into knives. You make knives. Your head's going to travel.
It's going to happen every freaking day of your life.
Absolutely.
Remember that one.
Yeah.
Yes, dear. We always have the last word. Yes, dear.
Yeah.
Yeah. The problem is if I'm not thinking about knives, that is my worry.
Yeah. Yeah, then you're up to no good. No, lekker.
Alright.
Guys, thanks so much.
Yeah,
see
thank
you
you
guys.
And good luck with
Tomorrow.
tomorrow, man.
Okay, quick question. Jean, are you in an Afrikaans private school? That's the question from a user.
No, I am in a 2-language private school. I'm at High School Eduplex in Queenswood. It's a lovely, lovely school. Please go check it out. Like their page. Yeah, I've been there this is my 13th year. I've been from kindergarten, as they call it, till matric. So they have
Fantastic.
preschool, primary school, and a high school, and I've been the last year of primary school to the matric. So a lovely school. I love my school. It's a small school. Like we have max 16 kids in a class.
That's fantastic.
So the group is very, very small.
Yeah.
My biggest class is 16, and we're not a lot of kids, but an awesome private school. They actually adhere deaf children, but
Okay.
they've forbid sign language. So they teach the children how to speak like me and you, and it's awesome. So a really, really lovely school, and it is IAB. Is part of the IABs.
Okay. All right, lekker.
Also
Cool, guys. Lekker. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
For those of you getting up early, for anyone getting up early and for an early start, you guys have fun. I'm getting up at 8 o'clock. And then we'll take it from there.
Freaking hell. I'm already at my, I think, my 5th cup of coffee then, man.
Yeah, well, you enjoy it. Just don't make too much noise. I'm sleeping.
Yes. See you guys.
Môreoggend gaan ons vir Job wakker bel.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Job.
Okay, guys.
By 5 o'clock. Bye, guys.
Yeah. All right, that was it. That was a lekker little chat. As we were saying, guys, those of you competing, last count, I think there was 26, 28, somewhere around there. Do take it easy. Take your time. Focus on what you're doing. If you're tired, take a break. Go get a cup of coffee. Don't hurt yourselves. I almost lost a finger losing concentration because I was overtired once. But anyway, Good luck, guys. Guys, thanks for watching. We had quite a lacquer audience tonight, between 12 and 7 people. Thanks very much. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the comments. We had some cool comments. We've had a lot of people joining, chatting, asking questions, poking fun. It was a good chat. So let's say good night, and we'll see you tomorrow. Those who've watched, thank you. Those who are still to watch, thank you. Be safe, and don't go before mile in your own head. All right, cheers. And broadcast.